Hey everyone, it's Emma and I am back with another video. I took like a little week off because I just didn't have any content filmed, so I didn't have anything to upload for you guys. Today we're going to do like a little update video, like update on my life, a little get ready with me, chit chat get ready with me, because I've got some updates for y'all. That's basically it. We're gonna do a lot of talking in this video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. My hair because I don't want to look at myself with my hair up this whole time. First update, my hair is pink. That's an update. I've wanted to do pink hair since like the beginning of quarantine, like 2020, and I just never did. Since I'm in cosmetology school, I figured it was a good time. Everyone experiments with their hair whenever they're in cosmetology school. It's not permanent color, it's a color depositing mask from the Moroccan oil brand. At first we just did a rose gold color, and then we did like a bright pink color, which is this, and it's like basically all out of the rest of my hair. It like stays really well underneath, as you can see, but it like comes out on top of my hair very easily. So I've got like dimensions of colors in my hair, and then I've got these two pink front pieces that are pretty bright. But yeah, my hair's pink, and it's been pink for about 2 weeks now, and I actually really like it. I'll probably do the rose gold again, maybe one more time, and then go back to my blonde. Whenever I have this pink hair, it makes my roots look really dark, as you can tell. I'm interested to see how long it takes for all of it to wash out, and if it goes back to the actual color that I had before, because I just had my natural color and then blonde highlights. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy with my hair or my makeup because the only thing I'm getting ready for is to film another video. So we're just gonna do something light because I'll just end up taking it off afterwards. And next update is I am going to be out of this apartment soon. One of my roommates is already out of this apartment and the other two are moving soon. So I will be here by myself for a while, which is kind of exciting because I enjoy being by myself. The video that I'm about to film is like a roommate horror story time, because one of my roommates was absolutely horrendous, and I'm so glad that she's moved out. But yeah, you'll hear all about that in Saturday's video, so stay tuned. It ought to be pretty interesting. That's literally all I'm doing with my hair. I'm just gonna straighten it. I'm going to clip back my hair while I do my makeup. All right, makeup time. Like I said, I'm just wearing this to film a video. It doesn't need to stay very long, so I'm not gonna put on primer, and I'm just gonna do concealer because I don't feel like doing a full face. But I'm going to be using, this is so dirty, I really need a new one. This is the hydrating camo concealer from e.l.f. and it's in the color Fair Warm, and I'm just gonna put it on any blemishes and under my eyes basically. But while I do that, biggest update of them all is that I'm moving. I know if you like actually know me in real life, you probably already know this. I am moving in July. As you saw in previous videos, my best friend Morgan lives in New Orleans. I am moving to New Orleans to live with her for a little while. Our original plan was to move to North Carolina just for the summer, and then like I was gonna see what happened, like where that went afterwards. But those plans fell through. They got changed, things got messed up, unfortunately, because I was really looking forward to North Carolina. I love that place. That's where I want to end up eventually. But we figured since Morgan already lives in New Orleans and I planned on moving somewhere anyways, and we want to live together, I might as well just go move down there with her for a little while, help her out with the baby and all that kind of stuff. Rewind, run it back real fast. Let's start here. I am about to graduate cosmetology school. I graduate June 23rd. Then I'll be done with that, and I will have no reason to be in Kansas. That's why I'm moving, because I want to get out of Kansas. 1, 2, I really love traveling. I figured why not do it while I'm young, A. B, every year of my life I've had to be like, oh, come end of July, early August, I have to start school, so I can't like do anything. This year is the first year in my life where I am not going to be starting school. Like, I literally have no obligations to be anywhere, so we're just gonna be doing whatever we want. So that's why I'm moving. I'll be living in New Orleans with Morgan for a little while. I'm not going to be getting like dual licensing in Louisiana because I don't plan on being super long term. If I'm down there and I find a salon that I really like, then I'll think about getting dual licensing. But right now I just don't really think going through the hassle is worth it. So right now I am a server and a bartender, kind of. Like, I bartend at the restaurant that I work at. And I really enjoy bartending, so I really want to get a bartending job down in New Orleans, like on Bourbon Street or down in the French Quarter. That'd be so much fun. And Morgan wants to try to find a job with me, like a bartending job at the same place, because bartending with your best friend on Bourbon Street, I don't know about y'all, but that sounds like a dream to me. I'm going to try to find a job in New Orleans bartending. And there are so many bars, they have to have at least one opening because nobody really wants to work right now. Like, everybody's understaffed and that kind of stuff. And I make very good money for serving in this kind of town. Like, it's not a small town, but it's not a big city. It's a college town. But the restaurant that I work at isn't a college restaurant. Like, it's more of a family-oriented restaurant. I already make really good money for what I do. In bartending on Bourbon Street, I'd be making literal bank. I want to keep traveling. I don't want to like settle down in one place unless I were to like find someone I want to marry or something like that. But eventually I want to settle down in North Carolina. I love North Carolina. That's, like I said, where we wanted to go this summer. Whether I have to go there on my own or if Morgan wants to come with me for a little while, or literally anything, if I have to find a random roommate down there, I will. But I also want to, while I'm living with Morgan and Tony, I won't be having to pay rent because Tony's in the Marines, so he has a house on base, but I won't be having to pay rent. Obviously, I'll be like helping with groceries and all that kind of stuff. I'll have my own car, so I'll still have to pay for my car payment and gas, but I won't be having to pay rent. So it would be a very convenient time for me to travel other places while I'm down there. And yeah, so if I wanted to like pick up and go on a weekend trip somewhere, it would be awesome if I could do that. That's like the dream. And then eventually North Carolina, like I said. And in North Carolina, I would obviously find a salon job. I do love serving and bartending, and I love tips. I think that's why I love serving and bartending so much, is because getting to physically go home with that money in your hand at the end of the night is so rewarding, and it's like addicting. After you serve or bartend, I feel like it would be really hard to go do anything else because getting that money at the end of the night is like an addiction. I would be finding like a salon job and getting dual licensing in North Carolina, since I am getting my license in Kansas, and then I would want to find a bartending or serving job, ideally by the beach, because where I want to move is very close to the beach, so, because that's where I want to live. If I were to ever settle down somewhere other than Kansas, I would want it to be by a beach because I want my kids to grow up by a beach. It's weird, like I have my life figured out, what I want, but I don't have a direct path to go get what I want, if that makes sense. Like, I have the idea of what the outcome is, but like, I don't have a direct path. I don't have a certain path on my way there. I could go down this road if I wanted to, I could go down this road if I wanted to, because I'm just not the type of person that can just like settle down in one place for the rest of my life after not like getting to travel places and see the world. I got the end point, but I could take whichever path I wanted to, and I'm very excited to be able to live that kind of life. I have been saving up my money like crazy. I plan on saving my money a lot while I'm down there so that I am able to do whatever I want. I always knew that I wouldn't end up in Kansas. I never knew where I would end up. Whenever I was younger, I really desperately wanted to live in LA. Like, that was where I wanted to be because I wanted to be a big YouTube star, which, I mean, obviously I'm filming a YouTube video right now, so that would still be cool. I don't have any desire to live in LA anymore. There are lots and lots of places that I want to travel to in my lifetime. Like places in the United States. Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii so bad. This is random, but I want to go to Arizona. I don't know why. And Arizona's like another place that I think would be cool to live. I don't know why. I want to go to Vegas really bad. I've never been to Vegas. I think that's about it in the United States. I've been to a lot of places that I've wanted to go. I want to go to Nashville. That's another one. I'm the type of person that if I could just like pick up in a van and travel the United States in a van, I would do it. I think that'd be so cool. Other places that I want to travel, oh my gosh, there are so many places that I want to travel. I want to see the 7 wonders of the world. That's my like main #1 bucket list goal. England, France, Greece, Italy, lots and lots of places. Those are basically my updates. Awful roommate moved out, making a video about that. Pink hair, almost done with cosmetology school. Moving. I want to just go ahead and elaborate a little bit more on how me moving even happened. The last 2 summers of my life, Morgan's lived in North Carolina and I've gone and visited her, and this summer was going to be no different. Like I said, we were going to go to North Carolina, and since, like I also said, I had no obligations coming up in the future, I was like, why don't I just like move there for a few months? Like, I have nothing else to do and I love North Carolina. And so Morgan said, yeah, she was down. My mom, like, I thought about it on a Saturday. I talked to my mom about it on a Sunday, and then I made up my mind on a Monday, and I texted Morgan's mom and I was like, hey, how would you feel if I came and lived with you for a few months this summer? And she was like, yeah, of course. But then that fell through. She had other family members that she had to take care of, which I totally understand. So then I was like upset about it for a second, but then I was like, well, I'm going to move out no matter what. I'm moving out of Kansas no matter what. So Morgan already lives in New Orleans, so that was my backup plan. And I asked her, I was like, well, how would you feel about me moving with you for a little while? And she was like, yeah, of course. They have an extra room in their house. It's Tony's man cave, but it's going to be my room now. And the reason that we want to try to get a job at the same place is because, like I said, they live on base, and so they would have to sponsor me on base every time I came back from my job, which means they would have to come pick me up at the gate and they would have to drive me through, and I would have to like show my ID, my registration, and my insurance every time I wanted to come through. And so it would be easier if Morgan and I just found a job at like the same place, and potentially with the same schedules or like very similar schedules. My mom doesn't think that's very realistic, but there are so many bars in New Orleans. There has to be one that will hire 2 pretty girls, and if we tell them our situation, hopefully they will like work around our schedule. I just feel like there's so many bars, but there has to be one that will work with us. But if not, we'll figure something out, obviously. But that's our goal, so that Morgan and I can just leave and come back at the same time, and they don't have to sponsor me on every time I want to come back on base. But yeah, that's how this came along. I literally made up my mind. So like, it was such a spontaneous thing. Like, I made up my mind so quickly. So come July, I'll be living in New Orleans. I'm not exactly sure when, like middle of July, but that is my update of my life. I don't think I have anything else to tell you guys, but I'm gonna go grab food and then I'm gonna go film the roommate horror story time. So stay tuned for that because it's gonna be very interesting. I don't even know exactly what all I'm gonna say because there's so much. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you all so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on my post notifications, all that good stuff. Go follow me on all my social media. It's always linked down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.